Namaskar, brothers and sisters. Spiritual practice. Spiritual practice is the conversion of the small object into that infinite object. Now you think that this small body, this unit consciousness is mine. But when you think that vast universal body is mine, then you are the supreme. When this individual body and mind is yours, you know all the secrets of this individual physical body and mind. And when this vast cosmos is your object, you will know everything of this cosmos. You will know everything of this infinite space. So your spiritual practice is the practice of conversion of small into big. The process of conversion makes a person universal. One's very existence goes beyond the scope of time, place, and person. At that time, one becomes omnipotent and also omniscient. One knows everything without going through any book. When an individual wants to acquire any knowledge, one will have to go through practical experiences, books, etc. For the individual, there are so many worries and anxieties, so much optimism and pessimism, so many clashes and cohesions. But in the case of the Supreme, there is no complex, no optimism, no pessimism. There is no question of clashes or cohesions, because in the case of the cosmos, everything is internal, nothing is external. Everything is within and nothing is without. The entire universe is in the range of his mind, so there remains no second entity, no second individual. Thus, the question of any clash doesn't arise. If one wants to attain peace, what is one to do? One is to convert one small objectivity into the infinite objectivity. There is no other alternative. Simply teaching the gospels of peace won't give you any peace. You have to convert yourself from small into big. Spiritual practice is the practice of increasing one's own psychic radius. When it becomes bigger and bigger, the range of mind is bigger. And in this way, the radius becomes infinite. The aspirant becomes one with the Supreme. This becoming one with the Supreme union, is called salvation or emancipation, liberation of permanent nature. Each and every spiritual aspirant should know this and attain liberation. There is a common desire in each and every human mind. That desire makes different human from the animal and human from the plant. What is the difference? It wants to expand. Secondly, it wants to become one with the cosmic entity. Thirdly, it wants to do something noble. Fourthly, it wants peace. Supreme peace, undisturbed peace. There are the four special qualifications of human beings. These are. So yoga is the path of progress, the path of development for each and every human being. In individual life, we should practice yoga. And in collective life, we should encourage others to practice yoga. It is the penance of all human elements in the psychic realms, and also in the spiritual realms. What is Tantra? The process of transformation animality or latent divinity into the supreme divinity is known as Tantra. The spiritual practice which liberates the aspirant from dullness or animality and expands oneself is a tantric practice, sadhana. So there cannot be any spiritual practice without Tantra. Spiritual practice means a practice for expansion, and this expansion is nothing but liberation from the bondage of all sorts of dullness, irrespective of caste, creed, or religion. One who aspires for spiritual expansion or does something concrete is a tantrika. Tantra in itself is neither religion nor ism. It is the fundamental spiritual science. Shri Shri Anandamurti. Today I have a special surprise for you. I was asked by a friend, Margie, very good friend of mine, Margie from Manchester, English Margie, the great man, his name is Jayesh, to make some little bit more light video to show the bike, to talk about a bike lifestyle, which I'm gonna do. He said, your last video was a little bit dark, talking about problems, people with the problems. So let's have a see about that lovely machine. This is one of my bikes, which I use at the moment. I came on this bike in end of May, beginning of June this year from London. That was a funny trip because it was still a lockdown, and the police was very surprised when they saw me coming. I was the only bike probably who passed the border between France and Spain in 3 months. The Guardia Civil, that kind of police in Spain, told me that. They were very nice to me because they were a little bit in shock, couldn't believe that somebody dares to come. And that moment, lockdown and all this, they didn't make me any tests, they didn't any quarantine, nothing. Because I have double nationality, I have Spanish nationality too, they have to let me in. I was coming home, basically, no? This bike is 600 Hornet Honda from 2004 with carburation. Not much modified. Normally I ride custom bikes and choppers and stuff like that, but this bike is very practical, has very few modifications, a leather seat, handlebars, rental handlebars, Triumph mirrors. This is my guru, Shri Shri Anandamurti. 600 cc engine, about 86-7 horsepower. It's very similar engine to the CBR, which has more horsepower and it's quicker than this bike. This one is like more practical. It's pretty much standard. Very practical. I love it. My war pony, my baby. Not much done on it actually, which is good because it doesn't bring too much attention. Now there are so many controls, police is hustling and bikers and the time we are living in. No, I'm not going to talk about ghost bug again. has a little protection, which is good. Yeah, meet Cheetah again. Cheetah lost her goggles. Yeah, that's the bike we are using at the moment. It's blue because blue is associated with the Shiva. So let's call it Shiva's bike. My bikes are normally black, but for a change. So I hope my friend Jayesh from Manchester will be very happy with this video. Okay, I listened to him, It's good to talk about a little bit about these things and bikes, freedom, and bikes are freedom. Bikes are a spiritual machine, actually. You meditate when you ride the bike. You melt into nature. And oh, you have hidden your number plate. You're afraid of something, boy. No, I'm not afraid, but it's not necessary to show off everything. And yeah, we traveled 3 days. It took to arrive from London to Madrid. It was a nice trip, lovely trip to France. No smooth, no problems crossing the borders. I don't know what to say more. I ride bikes since I was 13. I had many bikes, so it's more than 40 years. I taught myself to ride bike. Nobody was teaching me. I was stealing the bike from my grandfather, the 50cc little scooter, very old one. And I was little by little, and I never went to any school or anything. Up in my 20s, I started to get a little bit more involved in the bikes. But for last 30 years, I ride bikes almost every day. I was a courier in London, in Madrid, doing emergency response work, working for journalists, for news agencies, all kind of stuff. I did on a motorcycle. And motorcycle, basically, I use for traveling. That's the main purpose of my war ponies. But also, of course, for commuting in a town and, making money as well. So, my dear friends, brothers and sisters, I think that will be all for today. I wish you all the best. Don't forget vegetarian food, sadhana, love. Love is the main thing. You see, we Margis, we use mantra Baba Nam Kevalam. And, I have to explain what it means. It means love is only there is. In Spanish would be el amor es todo lo que hay. In Croatian would be ljubav je sve što jeste. Because that's the truth. Love is the only power. Love is the only thing which is important. Okay, after that we could put freedom, bikes, girls, family, kids, many other things. But love is the base of all of that. So, Baba Nam Kevalam. And I wish you all the best. And I give you all my heart, love from my heart, Ananda, and see you again soon. Namaskar. I love you.